Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the entire college community, I am pleased to welcome family and friends, honored guests, faculty and staff, and especially the 2004 graduating class of the College of St. Benedict. This is our 89th commencement, marking a long tradition of educational excellence and achievement. This is a most celebratory occasion for all of us, for our students who, after years of study and projects, exams, and myriad academic and social activities, will achieve their goal of receiving a baccalaureate degree. For their parents who entrusted them to us for 4 years, who take joy in seeing them accomplish this goal, and who recognize that another chapter in their daughters' lives closes as a new one opens. And for us here at the college who take great pride in all that our students accomplish and become. Just as the students will miss their friends in this special place that we know is the College of St. Benedict, we will miss each of them. We extend to them our heartiest congratulations, all good wishes, and a prayer for God's blessings on wherever they go and whatever they do. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of the platform party. On my right is the Provost of the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University, Provost Dr. Henry Smorinsky. Next to Dr. Smorinsky is the Sub-Prioress of the Order of the Sisters of St. Benedict, Sister Cecilia Prokosh. Next to her is Patricia Cespedes-Schuler, Director of Campus Ministry. And next to Ms. Cespedes-Schuler is the President of the Alumni Council, Sherry Lemacher-Rogalski. Seated on my left is our commencement speaker for today, Ms. Krista Tippett, creator and host of Minnesota Public Radio's national weekly program, Speaking of Faith. Next to Ms. Tippett is the chair of the Board of Trustees of the college, Ms. Susan Lester, and next to her is our academic dean and associate provost, Dr. Rita Canezo. And now for the invocation.
Let us pray. O God, our Father and Mother, we gather here today to celebrate these women graduating from the College of St. Benedict, the class of 2004. We gather to pray, believing that you, O God, pray in us. We ask you to breathe your life and vitality into our world, into our lives, and into our gathering here, connecting us at the deepest level with all that exists. We are challenged by a certain privilege in being here today. May we allow you, O God, full expression in our living and loving. May we allow you, O God, to be evident in our words and actions, in our homes, in our workplaces, in all our relationships, and in our world. Amen.
Good afternoon. Many of you may know that we are in a period of transition at the College of St. Benedict. This summer, we will be welcoming our 14th president of the College of St. Benedict, Dr. Mary Ann Benninger. The community of the College of St. Benedict has been, over the years, the recipient of many blessings. We have many generous supporters. We have a wonderful faculty and a devoted staff. For the past year, as we have entered this period of transition, we've been especially blessed to have had with us Dr. Carol Guardo, as the president of the College of St. Benedict. While I am authorized to speak only on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I feel that it's safe for me to say that I speak for the entire St. Benedict community in giving thanks to Dr. Guardo for this past year. So Carol, for the daily effectiveness of your leadership style, for your systematic approach to the pursuit of our aspirations as a college for women and as the best of liberal arts colleges, for your support to and commitment to our partnership of St. John's University and the total community of students, faculty, staff, monastic members, and trustees, for your wisdom, inspiration, and humor. We extend our deepest gratitude, admiration, and love. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you all very much. It is now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker for this afternoon, Krista Tippett. Ms. Tippett, a graduate of Brown University, was also a Fulbright Scholar in Germany, where she became a stringer for the New York Times and other news outlets, and subsequently served as an aide to the U.S. Ambassador to West Germany. Ms. Tippett also holds a Master of Divinity degree from Yale University. While at Yale, she worked as a chaplain to Alzheimer's patients. She was also involved in the creation and management of programs for the homeless and inner-city children in New Haven and in Philadelphia. She has reported and written for numerous international news organizations, including Newsweek, the International Herald Tribune, and the BBC. Ms. Tippett is the creator and host of Minnesota Public Radio's national weekly program, Speaking of Faith, which is bringing a wider range of religious voices and perspectives intelligently and constructively into American public life. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Ms. Krista Tippett.
Thank you, President Guardo. It is such an honor for me to be here with you today. I have tremendous admiration and affection for this community of St. Benedict's. I first got to know some of the Sisters of St. Ben's through some work I did with the Ecumenical Institute in Collegeville, and twice I lived on campus for a short time through the Studium program. My thinking and my work in public radio, as I say when I speak all over the country, has been profoundly shaped by the Benedictine sensibility that I discovered here. I don't think you graduates could have a better foundation for setting out into the world than this, and I'll say some more about that in a minute. First of all, I just want to congratulate you for getting to this moment. I feel a little bit self-conscious when my resume is read to you because I worry that it sounds purposeful. And the truth is that I just tried a great number of different things before finally finding what I feel is my vocation in my 40s. That was after I didn't think I was looking for it anymore. I get to be personal with you today in a way that I rarely can on my radio show, and I'm happy about that. So I'd like to share with you some convictions that I've developed about life through following my passions and convictions thus far. I've taken the title for my address today from the German poet Rainer Maria Rilke. This is my favorite passage of his Letters to a Young Poet, and if you haven't read that, I would recommend it highly. He writes, "I would like to beg you, dear sir, as well as I can, to have patience with everything unresolved in your heart, and to try to love the questions themselves as if they were locked rooms or books written in a very foreign language. Don't search for the answers, which could not be given to you now, because you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps then, someday far in the future, you will gradually, without even noticing it, live your way into the answer. Somewhere along the way in America, I think, we got the idea that the religious dimension of life is all about having answers. At worst, easy, uncomplicated, strident answers. But for most of us, I'm convinced, most of the time, religious experience is not about having answers. It is about posing questions, the largest questions, the manifold layers of the essential question, what does it mean to be human? Where do we come from? Where are we going? What does it mean to live a worthy life in this world? Human beings turn to religious traditions as they make sense of the messy, animating realities of life and death, good and evil. But I can state that more positively. Earlier in this adventure of speaking of faith, I interviewed Robert Coles at Harvard, who, before he wrote The Spiritual Life of Children, wrote books on the political life of children and the moral life of children. He's not a religious scholar or a theologian. He's a psychologist and an educator. And I asked Robert Coles how he understood what parents and educators sometimes observe as the religious intuition of children, an innate closeness to God. Maria Montessori described a religious intelligence that we're all born with. Robert Coles' answer has stayed with me ever since. He said, children want to know. They want to understand. They possess a delving spirit of inquiry, yearning, and enormous curiosity about this world. And with this spirit, children connect with nothing less than what he called the spirit of religion. Now, if the spirit of religion has fundamentally to do with inquiry and yearning, that, for me, reframes the whole idea of how being a religious person can be wonderfully compatible with being in the world as an educated person. I'd like today to propose 3 ways in which I see this as relevant as you move into the next phases of your lives. The first is practical and thoroughly subjective. Here's the advice I wish someone had given me when I was 21. I lived with the terrifying illusion all the way through my 20s that I was supposed to have graduated from college knowing who I was and what I would do with the rest of my life. I want to tell you that you are bound to have more questions now than answers. Take Rilke's advice. By the way, he was an unconventional but great lover of God. Love your questions. Take them as God-given. Don't rush the answers, but don't be afraid to live into them. And in whatever you do, I want to encourage you to be bold in bringing the vocabularies and ideas of your religious life, whatever shape that has, as you define your questions and your approaches to them. The words we use to articulate the work of our lives in themselves shape us. And the word vocation, which comes from the word calling, which has such wonderful roots in Christian tradition, is so much bigger and more interesting than the word career. It has to do not simply with the nature of the work we choose or the work that chooses us. In fact, for many people, vocation does not find expression in a job title. Vocation has to do with the spirit in which we approach our work, the whole of our lives, and our presence in the world. My second point follows from that. I am thoroughly convinced that the world needs the vocabularies and virtues that form this place, St. Benedict's, and that have formed you in this place, whether you've always been aware of it or not. You may have thought you were focused on political science or English literature or having fun or some combination of those things. All the time, you have also been soaking up this fantastic Benedictine ethos. And here's what I'm driving back, getting back to some of my convictions about what's gone wrong with religion in American life. In recent decades, as you were growing up, a few shrill religious voices grew very loud, and other people of faith grew very quiet. Now, it's not quite that simple. There's also a reasonable argument to be made in our time that religious people should be quiet, that religious passions and justifications are the cause of some of the world's worst problems. We're also, as educated people now, more aware than ever, and rightly so, that we live in a diverse, pluralistic society. But I think we make a mistake when, out of sensitivity to that, we shy away from bringing our own strong religious identities into the mix. We can underestimate the good that religious traditions can bring precisely to a world prone to violence. At the heart of the Christian tradition of this institution are ethical virtues that surpass all the good words we've created to foster an inclusive civil society. The commitment to social justice springs to mind, but even more basic than that, I'm thinking of a virtue like humility. And by humility, I don't mean self-deprecation. Rather, I'm thinking of the way the Bible uses this word and Christian tradition. In my understanding, it is an attitude towards life that wonders at the beauty of this creation, including human difference, that stands in awe of it. Now, if we formed our action towards different others at all times out of awe, out of the sheer mystery of their otherness, our actions would have to be generous. Recently, I conducted a live interview in Washington, D.C. at the National Cathedral with a Croatian-American theologian from Yale, Miroslav Volf. He has studied the role of religion, both in creating and in redressing not just division, but violence all over the world. And he calls such violence the result of an ethic of exclusion which emerges from a shallow reading of Christian tradition. He says that the cure for religious zealotry in our world, of all kinds, is not less religion, but more religion, or rather, stronger and more intelligent practices of faith. Miroslav Volf reminds us that in Christian perspective, we are all always in relationship, even with those with whom we differ or disagree. And at the heart of Christian doctrine, there is a will to embrace not just those who are different, but those who are our enemies. Now, you can't get more inclusive than that. At the end of this public interview that I conducted with Miroslav Volf, there was a question and answer period. And someone asked him a question that I hear a great deal. I think this question is on many people's minds. The question was, what do people of the three monotheistic traditions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, what can they find and employ in common that they can use to heal the rifts between our peoples and the damage that has been done in our world, in part in the name of religion? And I think we all expected Miroslav Volf to say something about our common belief in one God or our shared reverence for sacred texts, but the truth is these commonalities are precisely the things that get religious people into trouble. Here was his answer, and I think you'll like it. He said, we couldn't do better than to start with our shared virtue of hospitality. The virtue of hospitality is in the air you've been breathing these last years. It's a virtue that the Benedictines have valued and refined for 1,500 years. And so I think if you take nothing else but a spirit of hospitality boldly into the world with you after today, the world will be better for it. Finally, as I live the questions of my vocation of radio conversation, I develop an ever greater appreciation for the twin Benedictine values of worship and work. In trying all the different things on my long and winding resume, I have also learned that there is an enlivening tension between prayer and effort. Your questions and your vocation will not just draw on your religious values. The very act of living your questions and your calling will shape and grow your theology. I want you to treat this as the great adventure that it is. Recently, I read an article about some rabbinical students, and they were working in El Salvador. One of them said this about how her faith was being enriched by her work with the poor. She said, I felt as though my feet were praying. I love that sentence, and I'm still pondering its own meaning for my life, as at this point I get so busy sometimes with work and family that I have no time to stop and pray. I barely have enough time to breathe. And to you, I'd say, at this moment when you are as free as you may ever be again, go out and find something that allows your heart, not only your heart and mind, but also your feet, to pray. Know what that feels like, and it will stay with you in all the work you do later. That's all my advice. To suffice it to say, there are many different ways of being a person of vocation, a spiritual person in this world. Yearn and inquire after yours. Pray with your feet. Live your questions. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, Krista. That was indeed inspirational. I'm very honored now to have the pleasure of introducing you to you today's student speaker, Ellie Jelsing. Ellie is from Mora, Minnesota, and when you see her introduced later as she receives one of these little red booklets, you'll see that she's receiving a degree in natural sciences and that there are some Latin words after that I won't try to pronounce, but it basically means she got straight A's while she was here. She's going to begin at the Mayo Medical School this July to pursue a career in orthopedic surgery. That may give you the impression that Ellie spent her 4 years here in the library. Her classmates are laughing a little bit. That was not the case. Ellie spent some time as a volunteer in the Visto program. She was a peer tutor in the chemistry department. She was a member of the Benedictine Friends program. In addition to that, she's a member of the St. Ben's softball team. She's a member of the St. Ben's academic team, the Minnesota Intercollegiate Athletic Conference academic team, a National Fast Pitch Coaches Association All-America Scholar Athlete Award, the Coaches Award, and the CSB Scholar Athlete of the Year. That's a lot. And on top of that, she has the honor of being selected by you, her fellow graduates, to speak to you today. So please join me in welcoming Ellie Jelsing.
If only I had a glove, it would be a lot easier. Think back to your first days at St. Ben's. You were freaking out about memorizing the bus schedule. You've written down the exact buses you were going to take. I'll take the 7:20 to make it to my 8 at St. John's. I'll be sure to catch the 11:06 after my 9:40. You continually leave your Valentine in the pants you wore yesterday. And you are certain you can't possibly achieve everything written on the syllabi. Can you picture it? Now think back to the pants you wore that day. While you probably can't recall the exact pair, I'm fairly certain they weren't your favorite blue jeans. Why? Aren't those the most comfortable pants you own, fitting every contour of your body? The knees are worn thin, so they feel like silk when you rub your hands over them. The bottoms are frayed to your exact height, the right being slightly more frayed than the left. Instead of wearing these ridiculously comfortable pants, you choose to wear a skirt, khakis, or your favorite jeans that matched your new shirt. You need to look good for the first day of class. You need to show your teachers and your peers that you are classy, respectable, good-looking, and ready to conquer this college thing. Why? Weren't we freaking out about everything else? Where's my classroom? What if it's the wrong class? What if I miss the bus? What's with this flex punch thing? Wouldn't it have been better to be comfortable in our favorite blue jeans? The weekend approaches, and it's time to go out and socialize. You're about to meet so many people. You're going to hang out with the upperclassmen, and you're going to bust a move at the pub. But instead of grabbing your favorite blue jeans, you pull out the tight black pants. Comfortable? No. Why the tight black pants? To look confident and fun. Sophomore year. We can skip past sophomore year because the favorite blue jeans were hugging way too many contours. Benny 20. On to junior year. Study abroad. How are you possibly going to live for 4 months out of 1.5 suitcases? Here's the dilemma. Favorite blue jeans, the black pair of shoes that look so good with that red ensemble, or an extra swimsuit so you can get rid of the tan lines from your first suit. Why don't we even consider bringing our favorite blue jeans? Because Europeans don't wear blue jeans? Because our favorite blue jeans don't fit the culture? So we leave them at home and eagerly await our return so we can put them on and enjoy the meal we've been craving for the last 4 months. When we arrive on campus our senior year, laundry is free, so we can wear our favorite blue jeans every day. The black pants are on the shelf with the khakis and the skirt. We wear them on the day we have a presentation or on Friday when we've already worn them 4 days to class. Why the sudden utilization? Because we are finally comfortable with ourselves. We know who we are regardless of what we are wearing. We are confident approaching new experiences. We impress our teachers and our peers with hard work and involvement. We earn respect through our actions, not our attire. We realize we don't have to look good to go to parties. Our friends have seen us look much worse. We realize there are more significant aspects of culture than appearance. It's a way of thought and a way of life. So here we are in our cap and gowns, under which are probably not our favorite blue jeans. For those continuing their education at another institution, remember what you've learned. When you are freaking out about your first day of class, think back to your first days at St. Ben's. That skirt wasn't convenient when you were getting on and off the link, nor when you were getting in and out of the desks. The new jeans just didn't work for you. Who am I kidding? You guys can't afford new jeans anyways. So don't be afraid to whip out your favorite blue jeans. That is, if your mom hasn't thrown them away after those inappropriate holes that have developed after 30 days of straight wear. Everyone else will be envious of the confidence and comfort you exuberate with your favorite blue jeans and St. Ben's diploma. For others, you may have to wait till Casual Friday, but the day will come soon enough. Until then, be proud in your suit, skirt, or scrubs. No matter your attire, you are a St. Ben's graduate. You are classy, responsible, respectful, intelligent, caring, and well-prepared. You have magnificent friends and the support of an entire community. You have the leadership, knowledge, and drive to take you anywhere, because you are, and always will be, a Benny.
Thank you so much, Ellie. Now I'd like to call our provost, Dr. Henry Smorinsky, to the podium for the conferral of degrees. Henry?
Today's program lists 464 candidates for the baccalaureate degree. The College of St. Benedict is happy to recognize these degree candidates. It is understood that the appropriate degrees are earned by the candidates who successfully complete all requirements for that degree by the end of the scholastic year. Will the candidates for the degrees please rise? Dr. Carol Guardo, President of the College of St. Benedict, these students are now presented to you for the conferral of the appropriate degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty of the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon those candidates whose names appear in the commencement program the appropriate Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees indicated, with all the attendant rights and privileges of which the degrees to be given to them shall be forever the testimony. Now I would ask Dr. Rita Knazel, Academic Dean and Associate Provost, to read the names of the candidates for the degrees. Rita?
I ask the audience to please hold your applause until all graduates have received their degrees. Thank you. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with honors. Ashley Barbara Egerter, summa cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, Psychology, Rochester. Nicole Frances Anderson, cum laude, English, Coon Rapids. Teresa Ann Arnold, summa cum laude, all college honors, distinction in philosophy, Spanish, Lindstrom. Jessica Stephan Bars, magna cum laude, accounting, Cottage Grove. Anna Jo Bartley, summa cum laude, all college honors, theater, St. Louis Park. Megan Colleen Baxter, cum laude, biology, St. Paul. April Louise Becker, summa cum laude, psychology, Minnesota Lake. Katie Mae Benson, magna cum laude, communication, Buffalo. Julie Ann Berglund, magna cum laude, all college honors, distinction in physics, Henning. Rachel Lynn Bestick, cum laude, management, St. Cloud. Beth Teresa Blonigan, magna cum laude, all college honors, distinction in history, nutrition, Avon. Catherine Ann Brownell, cum laude, elementary education, Oakton, Virginia. Jasna Burza, magna cum laude, peace studies, Livno, Bosnia. Maria Louise Capecchi, magna cum laude, all college honors, distinction in English, theater, South St. Paul. Kenna Josephine Coffey, cum laude, political science, Perham. Lorinda Ann Shanyo, magna cum laude, English, theater, Crystal. Kelly Lynn Cheeley, magna cum laude, English, Cold Spring. Molly Mae Christensen, cum laude, management, Minneapolis. Kelly Quinn Crow, summa cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, all college honors, distinction in English, theology, Northfield. Laura Ellen Cudzilo, summa cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, all college honors, Spanish, Sioux Falls. Amy Suzanne Capelli, magna cum laude, political science, Kirksville, Missouri. Angela Marie Davis, magna cum laude, communication, sociology, Brooklyn Park. Heidi Jo Den, magna cum laude, communication, German, Cannon Falls. Janae Ann Derwin, magna cum laude, communication, Hallock. Megan Madras Doyle, magna cum laude, all college honors, distinction in psychology, Omaha, Nebraska. Carrie Ann Dykoff, cum laude, mathematics, Wadena. Bernadette Therese Egan, magna cum laude, mathematics, St. Paul. Janelle Dorothy Iden, cum laude, Spanish, Holdingford. Tara Michelle Etheridge, cum laude, elementary education, Wayzata. Laura Lee Fitzsimmons, magna cum laude, psychology, Chaska. Andrea Marie Freeman, summa cum laude, French, St. Joseph. Laura Michelle Ferda, summa cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, biology, Brainerd. Sarah Ann Gillis, summa cum laude, distinction in psychology, music, Wilmer. Amanda Sue Grosser, magna cum laude, communication, Dayton. Jessica Lynn Hansen, magna cum laude, political science, Brainerd. Erica Alyssa Hauger, cum laude, music, Duluth. Catherine McNary Hayes, magna cum laude, distinction in political science, Plymouth. Jessica Julie Heinen, magna cum laude, theology, Painesville. Tricia Catherine Hamish, cum laude, economics, mathematics, Painesville. Heather Marie Hendrickson, cum laude, dietetics, Virginia. Amanda Catherine Henning, summa cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, German, St. Cloud. Samantha Ray Henningson, magna cum laude, all college honors, distinction in English, Monticello. Lindsay Carolyn Holmberg, magna cum laude, biology, theology, Staples. Angela Christine Holzer, cum laude, mathematics, Perham. Megan Noel Hubley, summa cum laude, English, Jeffers. Monica Young Hurtubise, summa cum laude, biochemistry, Shoreline, Washington. Anne Gleason Ingvaldson, magna cum laude, elementary education, Edina. Sarah Beth Jacobson, cum laude, biology, Malacca. Corey Ann Jelnick, cum laude, social work, Cottage Grove. Elena Jean Jelsing, egregia cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, natural science, Mora. Katie Marie Jurley, magna cum laude, dietetics, Owatonna. Catherine Marie Johnson, magna cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, elementary education, Mundora Heights. Robin Marie Jones, summa cum laude, biology, Elk River. Margaret Ann Kane, summa cum laude, Spanish, Sauk Center. Amber Christine Kangas, cum laude, political science, Wadena. Catherine Elizabeth Kessler, cum laude, theater, Edina. Lisa Marie Kingsley, magna cum laude, communication, management, Hill City. Katie Michelle Knudsen, magna cum laude, elementary education, Brooklyn Park. Sarah Danielle Kolb, cum laude, psychology, Wabasha. Christine Margaret Crocker, magna cum laude, liberal studies, Ames, Iowa. Maria Ann Kramer, summa cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, natural science, Wadena. Catherine Linda Kramers, cum laude, accounting, Avon. Nicole Marie Crea, cum laude, psychology, Egan. Kari Michelle Lalaberdi, cum laude, psychology, Roseville. Melissa Ann Lavore, magna cum laude, management, Egan. Jane Marie Lindenfelser, summa cum laude, English, St. Michael. Teresa Louise Lonsky, cum laude, biology, Andover. Carrie Joy Loudon, summa cum laude, English, Sartell. Amanda Lee Lucking, magna cum laude, English, Hastings. Rachel Elizabeth Lundby, cum laude, all college honors, distinction in economics, Lakewood, Colorado. Gina Marie Lux, cum laude, natural science, Maplewood. Amanda Marie Macht, magna cum laude, all college honors, distinction in psychology, Vesta. Angela Joy Magnuson, cum laude, elementary education, Medina. Alyssa Ann Malachek, summa cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, English, Redwood Falls. Elizabeth Marie Malaktaris, magna cum laude, psychology, Bismarck, North Dakota. Cassandra K. Mock, cum laude, political science, White Bear Lake. Kathleen Marie McCarney, egregia cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, all college honors, distinction in art history, Litchfield. Megan Elizabeth McCarty, cum laude, communication, New Hope. Amber Marie Menson, magna cum laude, all college honors, English, Gray Eagle. Teresa Ann Minnick, egregia cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, all college honors, distinction in political science, Ashland, Ohio. Carmen Jean Morrison, magna cum laude, peace studies Spanish, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Bridget Tammy Mersu, magna cum laude, elementary education, New York Mills. Tracy Lynn O'Hearn, cum laude, communication, Caledonia. Molly Kathleen O'Keefe, cum laude, elementary education, Hastings. Brianna Christine Olson, cum laude, political science, White Bear Lake. Julie Ann Oxley, cum laude, management, Champlin. Johanna Rose Perrin, cum laude, theater, Shakopee. Christina Beth Pauley, magna cum laude, accounting, Shakopee. Laura Elizabeth Peterson, magna cum laude, all college honors, distinction in economics, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Sarah Ann Peterson, magna cum laude, music, theology, Park Rapids. Catherine Kim Matson Ryerson, cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, economics, St. Louis Park. Jacqueline Marie Rainier, cum laude, art, Maple Lake. Jennifer Elizabeth Rainier, cum laude, English, Maple Lake. Anna Christina Richardson, cum laude, elementary education, New Brighton. Kristen Michelle Riley, cum laude, communication, Monticello. Jill Marie Ryan, cum laude, mathematics, Elko. Elizabeth Ann Salzer, cum laude, music, Cold Spring. Julia Rose Sainham, magna cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, psychology, Minneapolis. Anne Elizabeth Sawyer, magna cum laude, English, St. Paul. Andrea Marie Schlenner, magna cum laude, English, St. Paul. Amy Marie Schwartz, summa cum laude, English, Wabasso. Andrea Kristen Skibby, cum laude, elementary education, Oakdale. Nessa Ann Simpkins, summa cum laude, political science, Clear Lake. Patricia Joan Simmons, magna cum laude, Spanish, Falcon Heights. Christelle Dedegan Siti, magna cum laude, economics, Dakar, Senegal, West Africa. Angela Marie Stramschroer, magna cum laude, communication, Wabasha. Jenny Louise Stevenson, summa cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, biology, Aberdeen, South Dakota. Jacqueline Therese Stockinger, cum laude, psychology, Kimball. Jody Lee Tangen, summa cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, elementary education, Monticello. Roxanne Mary Cheetah, summa cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, all college honors, English, St. Cloud. Emily Lynn Tesh, cum laude, psychology, Henderson. Anne Therese Trebtoski, magna cum laude, all college honors, history, Rochester. Amanda Christine Troffholtz, summa cum laude, all college honors, peace studies, Columbus, Nebraska. Erin Therese Troutfetter, magna cum laude, management, music, Minnetonka. Christina Michelle Veek, cum laude, biology, chemistry, Red Wing. Shannon Marie Verley, magna cum laude, Spanish, Marshall. Katie Rose Wasness, magna cum laude, theology, Waconia. Catherine Ann Watson, cum laude, communication, Cambridge. Tasha Lee Weiss, summa cum laude, accounting management, Nome, Alaska. Kathy Ann Wenker, magna cum laude, English, Melrose. Teresa Nadine Worth, magna cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, biology, Glencoe. Stephanie Kathleen Wesley, cum laude, biology, Waterville. Kristen Renee Westland, summa cum laude, economics, Brooklyn Park, all college honors. Catherine Elizabeth Wetham, magna cum laude, philosophy, Seattle, Washington. Rebecca Ann Wheeland, magna cum laude, elementary education, New Ulm. Andrea Joy Wynn, summa cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, accounting, Shakopee. Christine Louise Witt, summa cum laude, Delta Epsilon Sigma, management, New York Mills. Tamara Jo Waidula, magna cum laude, psychology, Uppsala. Rebecca Ann Wolf, magna cum laude, all college honors, distinction in mathematics, New Ulm. Kristen Julia Wolford, magna cum laude, mathematics, Avon. Nicola Marie Zotalis, cum laude, social work, Faribault. Brianna Baker Zuber, magna cum laude, peace studies, political science, Glenwood. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing with honors. Katie Sue Hymans, magna cum laude, Big Falls. Connie Lynn Kramers, magna cum laude, St. Cloud. Amber Faye McGregor, summa cum laude, Salem, South Dakota. Claire Siobhan O'Grady, magna cum laude, Ada, Michigan. Andrea Claire Pavelka, cum laude, St. Anthony. Heidi Rose Waldschmidt, magna cum laude, Stillwater. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Rachel Elizabeth Albrecht, communication, Wilmer. Brandy Marie Elkire, elementary education, Sartell. Melody Ann Atema, art, communication, Excelsior. Stephanie Catherine Axtell, French, Roseville. Christine Lee Backus, economics, Avon. Lisa Michelle Baker, communication, liberal studies, Cold Spring. Melissa Sue Belaski, dietetics, Hibbing. Jill Jarrell Barr, biology, Hudson, Wisconsin. Kristen Arnell Bowerly, communication, management, Sauk Rapids. Catherine Ann Bish, psychology, Marshall. Jessie Marguerite Beldy, communication, Lake Elmo. Susan Elizabeth Bellin, peace studies, St. Louis Park. Janessa Faye Benke, elementary education, St. Paul. Melissa Catherine Marie Bennett, Sociology, Albany. Sarah Nishi Benson, Biology, Brainerd. Margaret Ann Burgett, Communication, Stillwater. Melissa Ann Barrett, Management, Janesville. Jacqueline K. Bodine, Elementary Education, Stanchfield. Asha Autumn Eve Bornhorst, Psychology, Plymouth. Elizabeth Ann Basie, Communication, St. Louis Park. Allison Catherine Boser, Accounting, Piers. Tricia Maris Boyle, Liberal Studies, Alexandria. Rachel Ann Brandenburg, Management, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Amanda Joan Brzezinski, Music, Marshall. Amanda May Brinke, Elementary Education, Le Sueur. Ashley Louise Brown, Communication, Edina. Laura June Brunkhorst, Communication, St. Cloud. Laura Michelle Burgett, Management, Eden Prairie. Lee May Cabral, Biology, Diego Martin, Trinidad and Tobago. Colleen Aaron Callanan, English, Cincinnati, Ohio. Amanda Lisette Carter, English, Dell Rapids, South Dakota. Maria Elizabeth Cates, Elementary Education, Excelsior. Martha Jo Kavanaugh, Management, Plymouth. Shannon Mary Christensen, Accounting, Management, Granville, Iowa. Lori Ann Christensen, Economics, Management, Woodbury. Catherine Teresa Clark, Psychology, New Richmond, Wisconsin. Shannon Mara Cohen, Natural Science, Woodbury. Brenna Beth Collins, Communication, Casson. Kimberly Ann Connolly, Political Science, New Brighton. Catherine Marie Connor, Social Work, Owatonna. Kathleen Anton Conroy, Management, Deep Haven. Jennifer Ann Conway, Communication, Waseca. Erica Denise Corbin, Communication, Camp Springs, Maryland. Kelly Mary Cleary Cronin, Psychology, Edina. Katerina Ann Cronin, Biology, Edina. Bree Lynn Damer, Art, Coon Rapids. Jessica Marie Davis, Philosophy, Glendale, Arizona. Joyce Marie DeSmit, English, Minneota. Margaret Lee de Saint Aubin, Political Science, Stillwater. Noelle Christina Dennison, English, Edina. Adrian Elizabeth Dixon, Liberal Studies, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Lori Jane Dirks, Communication, Monticello. Yen Kim Doan, Political Science, Egan. Judith Ann Dockendorf, Accounting Management, St. Cloud. Allison Susan Donovan, Elementary Education, Morris. Amanda Lee Duvier, Theology, Albany. Courtney Ann Drake, Economics, Brainerd. Kristen Marie Dudziak, Psychology, Brooklyn Park. Greta Marie Ecker, Communication, New Munich. Kate Hennon Ader, Theology, Mound. Katie Ann Eilertson, Biology, Detroit Lakes. Sarah Elizabeth Engstrom, English, Coon Rapids. Sarah Elise Enright, Psychology, Maplewood. Robin Teresa Urkel, Mathematics, West Moorings, Trinidad. Elisa Anton Johnson Edisvold, Psychology, Morris. Gina Marie Fasching, Biochemistry, Eden Prairie. Elida Clara Fisher, Art, Oak Park. Corey Lynn Fitchen, Psychology, Red Wing. Moira Logan Fosbury, Communication, English, Deep Haven. Lindsay Elizabeth Frank, Communication, Egan. Emily Grace Franklin, Environmental Studies, Political Science, Apple Valley. Amanda Beth Fricky, All College Honors, Biology, Bismarck, North Dakota. Kara Jane Gates, Management, Sartell. Stacy Elizabeth Gage, Biology, Hemming. Janelle Susan Gunner, Communication, Clear Lake. Michelle Ray Garacki, Elementary Education, Prior Lake. Dahima Gordon, Peace Studies, Nassau, Bahamas. Catherine Ann Gosson, English, Ogilvie. Sarah Lynn Gottwald, Communication, Rice. Juliette Rose Govern, English, Psychology, Riceville, Iowa. Kathleen Marie Griffith, Communication, Caledonia. Allison Catherine Grones, Psychology, St. Cloud. Cassandra Evelyn Girton, Sociology, St. Cloud. Laura Elizabeth Getter, English, Wabasso. Anne Kathleen Gunville, Elementary Education, Chanhassen. Crystal Curran Hackett, Psychology, Malacca. Christina Teresa Hagen, Sociology, Renville. Krista Lee Hagen, Management, Sacred Heart. Kate Lindsay Hall, Social Work, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Shannon Lee Holleran, English, Crestview, Florida. Allison Kate Handwork, Communication, Management, Le Sueur. Maria Sorai Hart, All College Honors, Theater, El Paso, Texas. Janelle Louise Heitzman, Elementary Education, Avon. April Ann Henderson, Management, Isanti. Alyssa Ruth Steinhagen Hanlon, Elementary Education, Minneapolis. Charnel Rose Hendrickson, Economics, Grand Haven, Michigan. Julie Ann Herbus, Education, Freeport. Taylor Bansfield Hilker, Psychology, White Bear Lake. Carolyn K. Hamanga, Physics, Lake City. Stephanie Jo Lavka, History, Silver Lake. Lindsay Catherine Hoffman, Management, St. Cloud. Heidi Lynn Hokinson, Communication, Morris. Allison Nicole Halawa, Liberal Studies, Coon Rapids. Katie Marie Holman, Dietetics, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Kristen Lynn Holmes, Elementary Education, Prior Lake. Jennifer Joy Holtorf, English, Hordeville, Nebraska. Nicole Marie Holzer, Management, Jordan. Elizabeth Susan Holman, Elementary Education, Redwood Falls. Teresa Marie Hawa, Dietetics, Price, Utah. Nicole Lee Howard, Social Work, Maynard. Kristen Lynn Huber, Communication, Rockford. Billy Joe Hughes, Social Work, Glasgow, Montana. Robin Orr Jacob Spalding, Communication, St. Louis Park. Tina Marie Jensen, Management, Chisholm. Angela Rose Johnson, Natural Science, Wadena. Ann Megan Johnson, Political Science, Hudson, Wisconsin. Elizabeth Ann Johnson, Biology, Rushford. Jennifer Lee Johnson, Communication, St. Joseph. Annalisa Marie Jordan, Biochemistry, Vadnais Heights. Janelle Diane Jubarian, Elementary Education, Park Rapids. Denise Marie Katerlich, Sociology, Faribault. Kristen Ann Cater, Dietetics, St. Paul. Lana Jean Kaiser, Management, Newport. Alyssa Caroline Keene, Biology, Cohasset. Elizabeth Ann Kegler, Social Work, Winstead. Danielle Autumn Kelly, Biology, Wyndham. Teresa Marie Kelly, Biology, Wilmer. Amy Marie Kieser, Elementary Education, Matomidi. Nahe Kim, Communication, Lanham, Maryland. Lauren Francis King, Political Science, Rochester. Jessica Mary Kinsky, Elementary Education, Woodbury. Hillary Martha Knoll, History, Grand Rapids. Anna Marie Cookton, Sociology, Glencoe. Maria Christine Conet, Communication, Burnsville. Cami Ann Cost, History, Lindstrom. Anne Elizabeth Kroschus, Art, Orinoco. Angela Marie Kurtnick, Accounting, Brooklyn Park. Sarah Ann Ladd, Music, Anchorage, Alaska. Vanessa Lynn Loggy, Accounting, Apple Valley. Bethany Jean Larson, Biology, Wilmer. Kelly K. Larson, Political Science, Apple Valley. Sally Jane Larson, Dietetics, West Fargo, North Dakota. Holly Sandra Laudenbach, Management, St. Cloud. Melanie Irene Laudenbach, Psychology, St. Cloud. Leah Ann Lowrich, Social Science, Sartell. Jocelyn Beth Lavelle, Elementary Education, Omaha, Nebraska. Suzanne Lynn Lavoie, Elementary Education, Tracy. Lindsay Ellison Lemaire, Philosophy, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Jennifer Carol Leeser, Communication, Social Work, Melrose. Sarah Beth Lindemeyer, Liberal Studies, Wilmer. Kimberly Robin Line, Psychology, Cromwell. Ellen Renee Link, Liberal Studies, Renville. Tanya May Lynn, Biology, Grand Rapids. Leslie Ann Litvin, Psychology, Waconia. Nicolia Lorana Lockhart, Management, Nassau, Bahamas. Tricia Ann Lair, Political Science, Wilmer. Jennifer Jo Loher, Elementary Education, Morris. Tina Marie Lynch, Elementary Education, Brooklyn Park. Suzanne Patricia Maldonado, English, St. Paul. Katie Nicole Malum, Psychology, Maple Grove. Janae Marie Maratta, Economics, Eden Prairie. Tricia Jean Martel, Management, Maple Grove. Susan Jane Matthews, All College Honors, Distinction in Nutrition Science, Fargo, North Dakota. Julie Renee McDonough, Communication, Spanish, Kellogg. Dawn Marie McKeever, Sociology, Rice. Bridget Kathleen McKenzie, Art, Hastings. Beth Ann Meyerhofer, Biology, Belgrade. Megan Danielle Melby, Spanish, Crosby, North Dakota. Stephanie Ruth Meyer, History, Sartell. Kelly Jean Midbrod, Management, Stillwater. Anne Lisbeth Moeller, Dietetics, Bemidji. Kelsey Lane Moser, Biology, Paynesville. Natalie Nicole Motu, Communication, Theater, Inver Grove Heights. Catherine Marcel McClinsky, Elementary Education, Plymouth. Maggie Kate Muckala, Management, New York Mills. Alicia Marie Mueller, Communications, St. Cloud. Anna Murayama, Liberal Studies, Okinawa, Japan. Megan Ann Michaelbus, Communication Management, Evlith. Catherine Gregor Nelson, Economics, Maple Grove. Kelly Jean Nelson, Communication, Lakeville. Chanel Maria Nesbitt, Sociology, Nassau, Bahamas. Wah T. Win, Management, St. Cloud. Kimley Win, Individualized Finance, Houston, Texas. Tiffany Nicole Neese, Elementary Education, Sartell. Sarah Elizabeth Norris, Management, Columbia Heights. Erica Jean Nunnink, Biology, Brainerd. Sonia Marie Nyberg, English, Bovey. Kalina Marie Ullman, Communication, St. Joseph. Sarah Jean Appagard, Elementary Education, Plymouth. Anne Janine Oshwald, Liberal Studies, St. Joseph. Kristen Marie Palmer, Natural Science, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Shamoli Raveen Patel, Biology, Sartell. Amy Michelle Pauling, Management, Chaska. Courtney Kathleen Paulson, Management, Falcon Heights. Amanda Marie Paulzine, Social Science, Lowry. Sarah Julie Pedersen, Management, Edina. Catherine Elizabeth Peterson, Communication, White Bear Lake. Molly Catherine Petrachek, Social Work, Apple Valley. Alyssa Ann Funenstein, Accounting, Mathematics, St. Cloud. Sarah Rose Flieger, Psychology, St. Joseph. Amy Ann Pikus, Communication, Spicer. Jillian Marie Podgorski, Elementary Education, Shoreview. Melissa Ann Prizer, Communication, Prior Lake. Angela Marie Prindle, Accounting, Prior Lake. Sarah Marie Prokop, Communication, Woodbury. Gina Marie Pustivar, Communication, Duluth. Kristen Marie Radayach, English, Goodland. Heidi Marie Ramler, Natural Science, Sartell. Michelle Charlene Reckinger, Communication, South St. Paul. Malia Jo Reifenrath, Economics, La Vista, Nebraska. Margaret Therese Reinhardt, Theater, Burnsville. Amy Catherine Rhodes, Elementary Education, Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Kay Ellen Ringstad, Biology, Duluth. Lisa Marie Robinson, Biology, Elk River. Heidi Marie Rodning, History, Gaylord. Jennifer Darlene Roars, Communication, Political Science, Alexandria. Kateri Marie Russler, Natural Science, Danville, Kentucky, all college honors. Samantha Letitia Roll, Management, Nassau, Bahamas. Alyssa Siobhan Rowe, Psychology, Roswell, Georgia. Jokel Leora Rudnington, Psychology, Sunberg. Amy Jo Rust, Psychology, Duluth. Chelsea Lee Reinerson, Social Work, Rosemount. Sandhya Sahai, Dietetics, Nation of Mauritius, Indian Ocean. Sherry Lee Sanborn, Management, Princeton. Julie Marie Sandberg, Social Work, Long Prairie. Desiree Marie Sanner, Art, St. Cloud. Sherry Lynn Schillmoller, Elementary Education, Cottage Grove. Stephanie Lynn Shermer, Psychology, Wilmer. Abby Renee Schmidt, Psychology, Shoreview. Nicole Faye Schmidt, English, Theater, Osakis. Sarah Ann Marie Schmidt, Management, Trevor, Wisconsin. Catherine Elizabeth Smucker, Political Science, Cold Spring. Genevieve Morris Schneewise, Economics, Plymouth. Karen Marie Schenecker, Communication, New Prague. April Jo Schomer, Communication Management, St. Cloud. Tara Jo Schoolmeesters, Social Work, Litchfield. Susan Ann Schotzenberg, English, Psychology, Melrose. Ansley Kristen Schwingler, Social Science, Jordan. Megan Ann Shepard, Psychology, Burnsville. Ashley Jindell Sherwood, Psychology, Maplewood. Kristen Margaret Simmons, Social Work, Eden Prairie. Stephanie Ann Skoglund, Psychology, St. Joseph. Jamie Lee Skirbeck, Psychology, Gilbert. Patricia Ann Snook, Sociology, Maple Plain. Christina Marie Solomon, English Theater, Liberty, Missouri. Danielle Elizabeth Sonkrant, Liberal Studies, Minneapolis. Sarah June Sorrell, Elementary Education, Apple Valley. Maggie Ann Spaniel, Biology, Sartell. Andrea Joel Stack, Elementary Education, Brooklyn Park. Beth Ann Stagora, Psychology, Piers. Christy Lee Strandberg, Biology, Arden Hills. Catherine Ann Straw, Elementary Education, Wheaton. Amber Ellen Streff, English, Canby. Katie Elizabeth Stry, Management, Wayzata. Joy Marie Strunk, Elementary Education, Shakopee. Sarah Lynn Summers, Communication, Champlin. Emily Catherine Svensson, Communication, Spanish, Woodbury. Juliana Marie Svensson, Psychology, New Hope. Melissa Ann Sweetman, Management, Tracy. Kelly Ann Taylor, Theology, Circle Pines. Sarah Jean Taylor, Social Work, Papillion, Nebraska. Sarah Joy Tellingsheisen, Management, Forreston. Emily Jennifer Tomt, Management, Wilmer. Erin Christine Udvig, Psychology, White Bear Lake. Catherine Lindsay Umhofer, Communication, Heartland, Wisconsin. Katie Ann Van Lith, Communication, Grosse Pointe, Michigan. Alida Marie Venus, Management, Shoreview. Marian Teresa Voigt, Political Science, Kimball. Jenna Lee Marie Walskog, Political Science, Ogilvie. Carolyn Jean Walrath, Elementary Education, Thief River Falls. Catherine Ann Watson, Chemistry, Omaha, Nebraska. Susan Marie Weber, Management, Sanborn. Catherine Elaine White, Liberal Studies, St. Cloud. Kelsey Ann White, Psychology, Theater, St. Joseph. Mina Frances White, Political Science, Minneapolis. Stephanie Colleen Wiegand, Psychology, Spanish, Cottage Grove. Melanie Joyce Wiener, English, Avon. Lisa Marie Wienhold, Economics, Long Prairie. Angela Marie Wearing, Communication Management, Tyler. Julie Catherine Willows, Psychology, Andover. Amy Christine Wilson, Political Science, Mound. Tracy Lynn Wurtzfeld, Communication, Cold Spring. Jacqueline Ann Walnick, Biology, Plymouth. Kelly Catherine Wyseth, Political Science, Brookings, South Dakota. Molly Jane Zahar, Communication, Brainerd. Ruth Ann Ziegler, Psychology, Painesville. Brooke Ashley Zimmerman, Psychology, Winstead. Jacqueline K. Zittek, Art, Shakopee. Janelle Mary Zweers, Biology, Apple Valley. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Amy Catherine Anderson, Maple Grove. Heidi Elizabeth Anderson, South St. Paul. Amanda Marceline Blank, Foley. Cynthia Ann Blenderman, Burnsville. Sandra Nicole Blumke, St. Cloud. Betsy Lee Bouton, West St. Paul. Johnny Marie Butterfass, Watkins. Laura Johanna Dawson, Avon. Sarah Elizabeth Dick, Woodbury. Kelly Ann Dushadis, Champlin. Alicia J. Fouquet, St. Cloud. Laura Elizabeth Grote, Hinckley. Nancy Lila Hellerman, Melrose. Sarah Ann Hennon, Coon Rapids. Chelsea Lindbergh Hepner, War Road. Christine Marie Herty, South St. Paul. Christine Gay Klimek, St. Cloud. Rochelle Lee Kanan, West Fargo, North Dakota. Megan Louise Lubin, Fulda. Sarah Renee Lucas, Sartell. Michelle Christine Matthews, St. Cloud. Elizabeth Quinn McGlenson, Edina. Megan Ann McSherry, Big Lake. Karen Lindsay Miller, Egan. Erin Marie Motes, Lake Elmo. Heather Ann Navratil, Champlin. Lee Catherine Olson, St. Cloud. Michelle Renee Riddle, Albany. Denise Diane Scheid, Albany. Kirsten Ann Shea, Madison. Sally Elizabeth Solik, New Prague. Katie Elizabeth Tabor, Clovis, California. Lindsay Marie Vegan, East Grand Forks. Rebecca Jean Welch, St. Cloud. Catherine Claire Wolcott, Omaha, Nebraska. Anne Marie Yeager, Sauk Rapids. Gretchen Marie Zenz, Dalton. Julie Beth Zephyr Anderson, Sartell. Please join me in giving our graduates a round of applause.
Dear graduates of the class of 2004, congratulations. As president of the Alumni Council for the College of St. Benedict, it is my pleasure to welcome you as the newest members of the Alumni Association. It is an honor to welcome you into this association of over 16,000 incredible women. Women like you with a great deal of talent, heart, and soul. It has been 15 years since I was sitting, as you are now, patiently waiting for the commencement festivities to be over, but also feeling a little anxious about trading St. Ben's in for the real world. Take a moment to remember that you have not just graduated, but you have graduated from a wonderful and magical place. A place made special because of the Benedictine values and traditions that you have experienced here, whether you are aware of it or not. Values such as spirituality, community, and hospitality. I hope that as you look back at your time here, you will realize that the College of St. Benedict truly is a special place, like no other, and that the connections you have made here and the sense of belonging to this community will remain with you throughout your lives. As graduates and alumni of the College of St. Benedict, you all are exceptional women who belong to a special community. I challenge you to bring the spirit of St. Ben's to the real world. Congratulations and welcome to the Alumni Association.
Let us pray. I will invite the graduates, please stand up. The rest, please extend your arms. Blessed are you, God, for you have created a wide and wonderful world in which we can connect. We ask your blessing upon these students, class 2004, as they are about to leave on a journey. Spread the road before them with beauty and adventure. Protect them from harm and evil. Wrap their hearts with wonder and joy. Provide them an invisible map by which they can find the invisible meanings of the events in their journey. Fill them with your compassionate love. May they see in all that happens to them, in the beautiful and the bad, the mystery of your holy plan. We pray in the name of our tender God. Amen.